Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, just moments ahead of the tip of the Class 3A state championship game between the Bellmont Braves and the Roncalli Royals. By the way, earlier today, Fremont in Class 1A dropped a 20-point decision to Borden. And so Fremont not able to get the job done, but what a great season for the Fremont Eagles. Still to come tonight between 8:15 and 8:30, time approximate, we will have the Class 4A state championship game between Norwell and undefeated Center Grove. Bellmont on the court. 5 starters: Kitson, Krukeberg, French, Blakey, and Blakey. Belmont's going to go left to right as I look at the court, and the tip will be controlled by Bellmont. Front court, Kitson will hand it off to Ashley Blakey, who gives it high half court right back to Kitson. Kitson through the IHSAA State Finals logo. Now high post to Mary Blakey, handing off to Krukeberg. Krukeberg tries to drive right baseline, outside to Ashley Blakey. She will drive into the paint, force up the shot, off the window too strong, and the rebound tip to Roncalli. Brenna Cerny comes away with it, hands it to Roscoe, the guard. Now on the wing, where it is Cerny from the right side. Holding the ball, waiting. Coming out is Staley. Staley will give it off, and they go in the corner this side to Roscoe. Baseline drive, and then a feed across the lane to Staley for the layup. Good ball movement by Roncalli, and the Royals take a 2-0 lead. Now Blakey front court. Krukeberg has it right wing. Krukeberg off the screen, can't use it. Dribbles to the right wing. Up top, it's Ashley Blakey. Takes it to the elbow, hands it off. French up and under, and missed the shot. Mary Blakey, offensive rebound. Her putback, no. Bellmont just has to relax. Roncalli will come away with a scramble and get the basketball. Transition. It is Leffler for 3, and Elliott Leffler buries the right wing triple. 5-0 start for Roncalli. Blakey picks up the dribble, right wing. Now they go down low. Mary Blakey, short jumper from the right block is good, off the window for Mary Blakey, and that makes it a 5-2 game and takes some of the pressure off Bellmont. Young basketball team, sophomores, juniors, young group. On the dribble, all the way baseline under the basket. It is Turk feeding it out to the corner. A 3 by Roscoe. No good. And the rebound to Bellmont. Blakey to Blakey. This is Ashley driving. Got to the bucket. Layup good for Ashley Blakey. And it's a 5-4 game. Roncalli front court. High post, give and go to Roscoe. Throws it up at the basket as she lost her balance. And the rebound comes off to Bellmont. Chance for the Braves to lead for the first time. And French will fire. Long 2 is good for Lainey French. And Bellmont scored 6 in a row after giving up the game's first 5 points. And make it 7 in a row. It was a 3-pointer for French. 7-5 Bellmont. Now Elliott Leffler drives on Kitson, gets low, spins, short jumper in the paint. It comes up off the front rim, and the rebound to Kitson of Bellmont. Ashley Blakey, right wing. She'll drive, throw it outside to Krukeberg. Krukeberg looks and will dribble all the way up top. Space the offense, popping out of the high post. Blakey, backdoor pass to Krukeberg, and a reach-in foul called on Roncalli. The foul is going to be whistled on Katie Roscoe. Roscoe picks up her first foul call of the ball game. Bellmont leads it 7-5. 4:35 and the clock runs quarter number 1. Up top, Kitson gives to Blakey. Fires and hits a triple. Ashley Blakey just right at the top of the key. It's a 10-point Bellmont run and a steal. Krukerberg, layup good. A 12-point run for the Bellmont Lady Braves. 12-5 over the number 1 team in the state. Now Roncalli breaks the pressure. Front court, Roscoe. Roscoe lobs into the paint to Shutley, and Shutley got it blocked down low by Blakey, and Bellmont comes away with it. Here comes Ashley Blakey front court. Wide open, Krukerberg firing, and halfway down it came out. Rebound goes to Roncalli. Front court, Leffler, crossover, drive, throws it up on the run and missed, and a weak side rebound to Kitson of Bellmont. Bellmont on a 12-point run. Kitson, front court, gives to Caitlin Barton. Barton, high post to Mary Blakey. She surveys, drives right side of the lane, muscles it up, didn't get it, but got it back. Tries again, and a second time with a defender. Carolyn Shutley just put the hands up, and Blakey basically couldn't get it over, the 6'1 junior. Down low, pick and roll, Shutley's left all alone. Bellmont tried to double on the guard. Shutley drove to the basket and made the layup, and that ends the 12-point run for Bellmont. Missed 3, but an offensive rebound. Now the ball free under the basket as it's knocked around, and it goes out of bounds belonging to the Bellmont Braves. We've got a timeout on the floor. It comes with 2:44 on the clock here in the first quarter. And Bellmont gave up the first 5 points of the game and then went on a 12-point run of their own. They lead at 12-7 here in the Class 3A state championship game, part of the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Bellmont leads at 12-7. Braves with the ball, and it is Barton giving it outside to Kitson. Kitson traps, so she throws up top between the circles to Barton. Caitlin Barton, a 5'8 sophomore, giving to Ashley Blakey. Left open, her 3, front rim. Just grazed it, and it goes to Elliott Leffler of Roncalli. Down by 5, Roncalli front court. Red jerseys, royal blue numbers, the white trim. Lob down low, and they got it to Shutley, and Shutley is stuffed from the low block. The ball goes to Bellmont. Bellmont front court, Mary Blakey. Top of the key, holds, looks, cutters through the lane. Nobody gets it. It goes outside to Ashley Blakey. Her triple is left short, but he gets her own rebound, and on the putback, Ashley Blakey is fouled. And the sophomore, who shoots 68% at the free throw line, will get 2 tries to add to a 12-7 Bellmont lead. Averages 13.5 points per game. First one, rims off, short left. Blakey looking for her 6th point. She's got 5. For a 6-point lead for the Braves, it's up and good. Nothing but that on the second. Now full court pressure. Blakey guarding Turk in the backcourt. Reagan Turk gets it across the timeline, giving it up to Carly Feldman. There's a cut down low, and the ball got through to Staley, and then Staley got hacked going up for the shot in close. And that will be, the foul is on Ashley Blakey down low, and so Lydia Staley, a 6'1 senior, to the free throw line for Roncalli. 2 shots, first one short, front rim. Staley, 57% of the season at the charity stripe. 13-7, Bellmont leads it over Roncalli. Second one on its way, and got it. 13-8. Minute and a half left in the first quarter. Kitson just inside the timeline. Throws right wing to French. French throws a bad pass up top, but somehow it got through to Barton, and then Barton got strangled. The foul will be on Roncalli's Carly Feldman. Tried to reach in for the basketball, and all she got was the head of Caitlin Barton. Ball out of bounds to Bellmont with the Braves leading it 13-8. Minute 16 remaining, opening quarter. Little crossover by Barton. Hands on the wing to Kitson. Dribbles all the way up top between the circles over the left side and hands to Ashley Blakey. Ashley on the crossover to the elbow. Kick in the corner. Open shooter. Bullseye for Kitson. 39% from distance. She showed why and gives Bellmont a 16-8 lead. And then a foul by the Braves in the backcourt. The foul is on Caitlin Barton. 5'8" sophomore picks up her first foul. Out of bounds, baseline, under Bellmont's basket, to Roncalli. They get it in to Lydia Staley. Staley almost threw it away, but it goes to her teammate in the backcourt, and that is Katie Roscoe, who brings it front court. Backdoor cut, Leffler lost it off her hands. Here comes Bellmont. Kitson, front court. Now we'll circle back outside. Give to Ashley Blakey. In the corner. Oh, a nice fake by Barton. Little short jumper. Baseline, no good. But an offensive rebound and the putback by Mary Blakey. She is fouled and will shoot 2 free throws. The foul on Katie Roscoe. And Mary Blakey, 66% free throw shooter, shooting twice, trying to add to a 16-8 first quarter lead. Good. Three points now for Mary Blakey here in the ball game. Ani Krukeberg comes in, giving Ashley Blakey a little bit of a break here late in the first quarter. 17-8. Second free throw good. It's a 10-point Bellmont lead. They are on an 18-3 run after giving up the first 5 in the game. Quickly, front court, Roncalli. Cerny kicks near side. Nothing there for Feldman. Now up top to Reagan Turk. Turk at the center circle. Gives it off to Leffler. Elliott Leffler. On the dribble. Backing into the foul line. Can't get past the Bellmont defense. Now steps out, shoots a 3. It's wild off the bank. No good. Rebound to Roncalli, and Leffler will drive from the top of the key and get fouled going up for the layup. And the foul on Mary Blakey will be her first. So Elliott Leffler to the free throw line, shooting twice. No good on the first. 81% free throw shooter on the season. And she missed that short left. Wearing the protective mask. Missed both free throws. Offensive rebound thrown up at the basket at the horn. It's no good. And the first quarter ends, and Bellmont takes a 10-point lead to the break. After 1, Bellmont 18, Roncalli 8. And you're listening to the high school basketball game of the week, the Class 3A State Championship on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. After 1 quarter in the Class 3A State Championship girls basketball game, it is Bellmont leading at 18-8 over Roncalli. First quarter stats, Bellmont 6 of 17 from the field, 35.3%, but they made things difficult for Roncalli, who was just 3 for 11 in that first quarter for 27%. Roncalli scored the game's first 5 points. Bellmont went on a 12-point run, and they end the quarter on an 18-3 run. Now Roncalli, a drive and the layup with the finish. Katie Roscoe, the 5'2 senior, took it down low and scored it off the window. 18-10. Krukeberg on the dribble. Almost lost it. Got it back. Gives it off to Ashley Blakey. Blakey works on the dribble to the left elbow. Now bounces it outside to Katie Kitson. Kitson Crossover through the logo, midcourt, and it's Ashley Blakey. Blakey had it knocked out of her hands, got it back, no shot clock. So she sends in the corner. Krukeberg fires, got a three! Ani Krukeberg, 28% in the season, but she looked like a 50% three-baller there. Left corner pocket for Krukeberg, and it is 21-10, the biggest lead for Bellmont. A drive by Staley. She's in the lane. Had it stripped away. Bellmont collapsed on her and took it away. The 6'1" big couldn't handle the ball with the pressure. And now Bellmont with an 11-point lead in the front court. French has it left wing. Hands it to Blakey. Blakey, shot fake, now dribbles. Outside, the pass to Krukeberg. Trying again. That time too strong. Long rebound, chased down. And Roncalli wins the race to the ball. Roscoe has it. Gives it to Leffler. Leffler, crossover. Now drives all the way to the basket and got fouled by Lainey French. And will shoot 2 free throws. Leffler, an 81% free throw shooter, but she just missed 2 from there a moment ago. A 5'9" junior. 6:27 on the clock. Second quarter. Bellmont 21. Roncalli 10. Got that one. 21-11. Fourth point for Elliott Leffler. And the second is also good. Single-digit lead now, 21-12. Bellmont the advantage. Front court, Ashley Blakey hands it off to Katie Kitson, just outside the center circle. Kitson, 5'7" junior guard. Bounces it to her left, to Blakey, back to Kitson. Back to Blakey. Working against the 2-3 zone. Here's Kitson in the lane. Outside Blakey, firing and missing long right. Rebound will go to Ashley Blakey. Outside to French. French almost lost the dribble. They're going to chase her and trap her, and Andy Heim saw that coming and jumped up and quickly called a timeout. Lainey French, when she went to catch it, just about at the three-point line, bounced it off her foot. It rolled toward the timeline. By the time she collected, she was just barely in her front court and using that center court stripe really as an added defender. Roncalli jumped out and boxed her in with a double team, and so Andy Heim with a good use of the timeout to save the possession for Bellmont. Bellmont leads at 21-12. 6 from Ashley Blakey, 5 from Ani Krukeberg, and 4 from Mary Blakey. But they also got 3 apiece from Kate Kitson and Lainey French. So a lot of balance, everybody in the scoring column in this starting group for Bellmont. Kitson, right wing. Now up top to Krukeberg. This zone defense causing some problems. Now it's in the middle of the lane to Blakey. Kitson. Kitson will drive, split defenders, be double teamed, and that's going to force a tie-up. The arrow will keep it with Bellmont. But again, trouble solving this pressure. Now they line up man-to-man. Inbound for Bellmont, and it goes to Ashley Blakey. Little short jumper, right angle, no good. And on the rebound, we got a hold, and it's being called against Roncalli. Elliott Leffler is going to be the one whistled for the foul. On Leffler, it's her first. Bellmont will inbound, leading 21-12 with 5:30 remaining in the second quarter. Inbound, Krukeberg, right sideline. Bounces it to Blakey. Outside, Ashley Blakey, top of the key on its way. It's well off to the right. Now the scrum for the rebound, and that looks like a tie-up, and this time the arrow points to Roncalli. Royals will get the basketball, down by 9. They trailed by 10 at the start of the quarter. 5:20 remains before halftime. Inbound to Roscoe. Roscoe cross courts it, where Turk will hand it right wing to Cerny. Now up top to Roscoe. Roscoe with the dribble to the right, gets an angle. Wanting to get it to the post. They're trying to front Staley down there. They finally get it to Staley, but they poked it away from her, and they're going to call a hold on the reach-in by Bellmont. And the foul on Ashley Blakey is her second. It comes with 4:54 still remaining in the first half. And Ashley Blakey will sit down, leading the Braves in scoring with 6 points. And Roncalli will inbound. Leffler, top of the key. Crosses over. Still on the dribble. Launches. Long three. Got it. Bottom of the cup from distance for Elliott Leffler. 21-15. 5 straight. Scored by Roncalli. Mary Blakey, right wing. Outside to French. Corner to Krukeberg. Krukeberg can't drive baseline. Now comes up the sideline to the right wing. Picks up the dribble. That's trouble. Now gets out of the jam. Gets it back, and up top, it goes to Kitson. High post, Mary Blakey, but she had to step outside the arc to make the catch. Now Kitson throws it to Barton, left wing, up top to Kitson. Kitson goes to drive, hands outside to Krukeberg. Krukeberg on the dribble, double team. Lost the ball, but it gets to Kitson. Bellmont really having trouble against this Roncalli pressure, and now the pass knocked away from Blakey. That's Mary Blakey, and it goes out of bounds at midcourt. Bellmont's offense stymied by this Roncalli defense. And the timeout is called on the floor, and a chance for Andy Heim to regroup his girls and figure this defense out. Bellmont still leading at 21-15, but they had a 21-10 lead at one point. This is the Class 3A State Championship in girls basketball, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. 3:51 remains second quarter. Bellmont leading it over Roncalli 21-15. Bellmont with the ball out of the timeout. Kitson will give. High right to Krukeberg. Throws it toward the center circle to French. Now to Barton. Playing catch around the perimeter. Trying to see if they can open up a gap in this zone. And the pass goes to a cutter just inside the foul line. Barton, when she made the catch, got bumped, and a foul on Roncalli. Bellmont will inbound under the basket. And they dump it off to Mary Blakey. Double team. Tried to get a shot up. Got it blocked. Got it back. Missed a second time. Now the scrum, and it goes to Roncalli. Here comes Leffler. Stops at the elbow. Spins. Drives. Throws it up off the window. No good. And the rebound goes to Bellmont. Lainey French comes away with it. Dribbles front court, where she will give to Kitson. Left wing to Barton. Down low, Blakey. Back outside. Barton firing and missing the three. Offensive rebound, Krukeberg, and the putback is good for Ani Krukeberg. And that ends a long scoring drought for Bellmont. 23-15 Braves, leading it by 8. Front court, Roncalli on the dribble. Cerna drives down low, left block, back to the basket, turns, faces, throws it up, and hits the side of the backboard, and it goes to Mary Blakey. Gives in the backcourt to Kitson, now in the front court. Bellmont with Barton, high left. Centering the rings, Krukeberg, right side to Kitson. Andy Heim barking some instructions from the opposite bench. 2:12 and the clock is ticking. 23-15 Bellmont. Coming all the way out toward the center circle. It is Blakey, and Mary Blakey throws a pass to the far left wing and had it deflected out of bounds. Stays Bellmont basketball near the foul line extended on the far sideline, right next to Roncalli coach Jason Sims. Fifth-year coach looks for his 89th win tonight. Trying to get his first state championship. In fact, either school would win their first state title. Krukeberg, right baseline, drives, gets bumped, and that's a foul on Roncalli. It's going to be the third foul in the quarter. It comes with 1:51 still on the clock. So Bellmont will take the ball out of bounds. 23-15. Bellmont leads by 8. Inbound up top. Krukeberg fires and missed badly to the left. Rebound goes to Leffler of Roncalli. Here comes Elliott Leffler. Right side of the lane, all the way out to the wing. Now turns, faces, shoots a long three, and got fouled on the perimeter by Mary Blakey. Not a good foul on a long three-pointer. And it's going to give Elliott Leffler 3 free throws. But it's also the second foul on Mary Blakey. Ashley Blakey already on the bench for Bellmont with 2 first-half fouls. And now Mary Blakey is going to join her sister. First free throw, no good by Leffler. She is still struggling at the free throw line. She is now 2 for 5 at the charity stripe. Got the second. Into the game for Bellmont, Hadley Caffey, a 6-foot sophomore, will take over as the inside presence with Mary Blakey sitting down. 23-16, and the third free throw good. So she made 2 out of the 3, and it's 23-17. Now they put on the overplay, full court press. And Bellmont gets it into Krukeberg. Back in the backcourt to Kitson, and Kitson takes care of the pressure in the front court. Good pass down low to Caffey. She missed from in close, and the rebound goes to Roncalli. Quickly, front court, Roncalli, where Feldman takes it out to the right wing. Bounces it to Staley. Staley outside the elbow, throws up top to Cerny, or to Turk. Now in the corner, it is Cerny with the 3, no good, and a rebound foul called. And it's out of bounds off Roncalli. So Bellmont gets the basketball. They lead at 23-17, 1:09 to play in the second quarter. And Andy Heim has to take a timeout because Bellmont cannot get the ball in against this full court pressure. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here with 1:09 to play before halftime. 23-17 is the score. Coming up at the half, we'll give you our first half stats. We'll preview the second game tonight, which is the 4A state title game, where the Norwell Lady Knights will be going for back-to-back state titles and trying to do something that has never been done before. Win a 3A title, get moved up because of the success factor, and come back and win the 4A title the following year. The Lady Knights have that opportunity in front of them, but they will have to hand Center Grove their first loss of the season in order to get it done. So with 1:09 to play before halftime, Bellmont lines up. They've got 4 across. And an inbounder in the backcourt to try to break this pressure. And the ball is inbounded to Krukeberg. Krukeberg will dribble one-on-one against Turk, and Krukeberg breaks the timeline with about a second to spare and then throws the ball away. Leffler, the steal, the layup, 23-19. Roncalli has really picked up the defense here in the second quarter, and Bellmont is struggling after leading 21-10. Krukeberg outside to Kitson. Kitson got bumped on the drive into the lane, and that's going to be a foul on Reagan Turk of Roncalli. That's the fourth of the quarter, so it's still out of bounds for Bellmont. And they'll inbound it from under the basket with 38.8 seconds remaining. Bellmont leading it 23-19. Kitson near the center circle on the dribble, pressured by Turk, gives it up to Krukeberg. Picked up on the switch by Turk. Krukeberg, the dribble drive, got around Turk to the basket, scoops it in with the left hand. Ani Krukeberg makes it 25-19. Now we're down to the last 14 seconds. Bellmont fans on their feet, trying to get a defensive stop on what might be the final possession of the half. High post to Staley. Kick baseline. Turk a jumper. It's an air ball, and on the rebound, we've got a foul called on Bellmont. 1.2 seconds. And Hadley Caffey gets called for a foul down low. Timeout called by Roncalli. They want to set up a final play with just 1.2 on the clock. 25-19. Bellmont leading by 6. A Roncalli team that averages 58.8 points per game, and a Bellmont team that averages 58.9, but Roncalli still shy of 20 here in the first half. Once again, the foul trouble, part of the story for Bellmont. Caitlin Barton, sixth man for the Braves, has 2 fouls, and both Blakeys also with 2 fouls here in the first half. Now the inbound for Roncalli, 1.2 seconds, and they get it to Turk, who lays it in at the horn. A perfectly run final inbound. It's Turk open, and she scores the layup from the right side of the rim, and it's 25-21 as the teams go to the locker room. The first of 2 here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight. And in the Class 3A state championship here at the half, the number 5 team in the state leads it over the top-ranked team, with Bellmont leading it over Roncalli 25-21. We're going to take a break, and we will come back here to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and we will give you our first half stats, and we'll start to set things up for tonight's 4A state championship before we give you a second half of basketball between Bellmont and Roncalli here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Again, the halftime score, Bellmont leads it 25-21, and this is the high school basketball game of the week, the Class 3A state championship, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Buckle up, it's almost time for the second half. Third quarter just about set to begin here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I am Brett Rump along with our studio producer Adam Lundy. And as we get set to start our third quarter, Bellmont leading it 25-21 over the Roncalli Royals. Bellmont, the home white uniforms, will send their 5 starters onto the floor with Katie Kitson, Ani Krukeberg, Lainey French, Ashley Blakey, and Mary Blakey. Bellmont starts with the basketball. We're underway in the second half. Bellmont right to left as we look at the court. Ani Krukeberg, high left to Lainey French. French back to Krukeberg, left wing. Krukeberg up top to Kitson. Kitson dribbles one dribble to the right and then flips toward the sideline to French. Now it's Ashley Blakey. Blakey wants to go to work. Crossover top of the key, flips on the wing to Kitson. Nothing doing, so Kitson steps up top, faces, now backs to the basket at the foul line, goes to Krukeberg up top to Blakey. Blakey still on the dribble. Good hesitation, drives hard, gets to the basket and gets fouled. And Ashley Blakey will be going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The 5'9" sophomore, scoring 13.5 points per game, a 68% free throw shooter, is going to shoot 2. A left-handed trigger. Missed it. Rolled off the iron to the left. Blakey to the line with 6 points. Got that one. Now 2 for 5 at the free throw line in the ball game for Blakey. 26-21. Quickly, Roncalli. Corner to Cerny. Cerny takes it to the lane, gets cut off up top to Roscoe. In the corner, 3 on the way. No good by Turk. And the rebound to Mary Blakey of Bellmont. Quickly, front court. Ashley Blakey has it right wing. Now they'll slow it down with Kitson just outside the center circle. Kitson gets a screen, stops at the arc, throws on the wing to Krukeberg. High post, Blakey turns, shoots. It's a brick off the back heel, and the rebound goes to Roncalli. Front court with Turk giving it off to Elliott Leffler. 12 points in that first half for Leffler. Leffler on the dribble, picked up on the switch by Krukeberg. Now it goes to Roscoe. Roscoe at the state finals logo, throws left. Cerny down low, Leffler, and off the glass, got it to go from the left block. 14 for Leffler, and the lead's been cut to 3. How about a 3? It's no good. Well long by Laney French, and the rebound to Roncalli. Chance to tie the score. It's a 3-point game. Leffler stops mid-lane, throws it up on the run. It's no good, and it goes out of bounds under the basket after the air ball and belongs to Bellmont. 5:57 left, third quarter. Bellmont 26, Roncalli 23, 13-5 in favor of Roncalli since Bellmont had their biggest lead. And a 3, good for Laney French from the left wing. Big time bucket for Laney French. It is 29-23. Front court, Roncalli to Turk. Turk at the elbow, takes it down the right side of the lane, under the basket. To the far corner, there it is, Roscoe. Roscoe squares up at the wing, now drives, gets the edge to the basket, goes up with the shot, and it's swatted away and out of bounds. Coming in is Caitlin Barton for Bellmont, replacing Ani Krukeberg. 5:23 to play, quarter number 3, 29-23 Bellmont. Roncalli with the ball, Leffler on the perimeter. Guarded by Barton. Will drive on Barton, get all the way to the basket, score it and get fouled. And it might be Ashley Blakey getting the foul call. She came over to help at the rim. It is Barton picking up her third. So Caitlin Barton off the Bellmont bench with 3 fouls, and Leffler at the line with a chance to finish off a 3-point play and gets the free throw. 17 for Leffler, 29-26. Bellmont a 3-point lead as Ashley Blakey brings the front court, gives to Barton. Barton, top of the key, flips outside to Kitson. Now it's Mary Blakey turning and facing at the arc. Fakes left, goes right, missed the shot, got it back, missed the putback, and this rebound goes to Roncalli's Lydia Staley. Quickly, front court, a drive, Roscoe to the basket, no, offensive rebound, and the putback is no good by Staley, and then a foul in the backcourt after Bellmont collected the rebound, called on Roncalli, and they call it on Brenna Cerny, the 5'6" senior for Roncalli. Roncalli sends Carly Feldman into the game to replace Katie Roscoe. Ani Krukeberg has come back in for Bellmont. 29-26. Ashley Blakey lost the ball in the backcourt. Now it goes to Krukeberg. Now they got numbers. Krukeberg breaks the pressure. Kicks outside, a 3 for French. No, it's too strong. And the rebound comes near side to Roncalli. Feldman, front court for the Royals. They are down by 3. Cerny Pick and roll. They go inside. Staley got the bucket at the rim. And it's 1-point game, 29-28, and the Roncalli fans on their feet. Here's Ashley Blakey front court. Can the sophomores handle the pressure of a state championship game? Marion Blakey gives a drive by French. Good shot fake on a flyby, and then French lays it in off the window. The 5'8 junior gives Bellmont a 3-point lead again. 31-28. On the drive, it's Feldman in the corner. Cerny, a three. No. Rebound. Good box out. Barton collects it and then throws it away, but French chases it down. Front court to Ashley Blakey. Ashley drives to the basket. Tries to just muscle it up and can't get it over the outstretched arms of Elliott Loeffler. And it goes out of bounds, and they're going to lead us to a media timeout. So we got a break in the action, and it comes with 3:22 on the clock in the third quarter. It is Bellmont 31, Roncalli 28. An exciting Class 3A state championship game here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and you're listening to it. Presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. 3:22 remains in the third quarter, 31-28. Bellmont the inbound, a three for Ashley Blakey is no good. And the rebound, Karam's out of bounds. Last touch by Bellmont. So Roncalli will get the ball, trailing by 3:17 to play, third quarter. On the dribble, the pass deflected, but it gets into the front court to Reagan Turk. Now up top to Lola Morelli. Morelli takes it to the left wing, gives to Turk. Turk turns the edge, kicks it outside where Cerny fires. Got a three, and we're all tied up. 31-31 here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and it comes with 2:50 remaining in the third. The pressure on a young Bellmont squad. They have not played many close games. Most of their games have been double-digit wins. Kitson to Blakey. Blakey will drive, take it all the way to the basket, go up strong from the right side of the rim and get fouled. And the foul is on Caroline Shutley. It will put Ashley Blakey to the free throw line to shoot two. Blakey just 2 for 5 at the free throw line in the game. Eyes it, fires it, and got it. 8 points for the 5'9 sophomore, Ashley Blakey. Averages 13.5 a contest. Roncalli being led by their talented junior, Elliott Loeffler, with 17. 1 point lead for the Braves. Blakey to make it 2. Count it. Swished it. 2 big free throws for Bellmont, 33-31. Braves back on top. Roncalli tied it briefly. Now the Royals. A 2 to tie, a 3 to take only their second lead of the game, the first since 2-0, and it's a 3. Got it! A moonshot for Elliott Loeffler from the left wing. And a 1 point lead for Roncalli, and then Bellmont just threw the ball away in the front court. 34-33 Roncalli. Full court press for Bellmont. In the backcourt, Roscoe breaks away from 2 defenders. Roscoe stops at the right elbow. Outside, the flip to Loeffler. Loeffler's been unbelievable. Here's Loeffler on the dribble. Takes it top of the key. And Krukenberg just reached in and take it away from Loeffler. Barton back to Krukenberg. Bellmont now down for just the second time. The first time since Roncalli scored the first 5 points of the game. Foul line jumper, no good, is too strong for Mary Blakey, and the rebound to Roncalli, and then losing the dribble with Staley out of bounds, and Roncalli gives it right back to Bellmont. Minute 26 remains in the third. 34-33, Roncalli, the number one team in Class 3A, with a 1-point advantage. Mary Blakey between the rings to Ashley Blakey, top of the key. Blakey brings it to the wing, hands to Krukeberg. Ani Krukeberg, crossover dribble up to the center circle where French rotates it, high right to Kitson. Kitson will center the floor, hand it to Blakey. Ashley Blakey, outside left to Kitson. Kitson goes high post, and the ball knocked away from Mary Blakey and stolen. Here comes Roncalli. It is Roscoe spinning, driving, kicking outside. No three there. They drive and get cut off. Now it's back outside to Roscoe, right wing. We're down to 38 seconds. Roncalli the ball and a 1-point lead. Roscoe gives to Cerny. Cerny, crossover. Foul line, stops, turns, pivots, throws down low. Posting up, little jump hook is no good. And the rebound comes off of the missed shot by Staley to Blakey. Bellmont now with 11 seconds. French, Krukeberg, down to 7. Between the rings, it's Kitson to Krukeberg. It goes to French, a cut down the lane. And it's a foul on a shot by Ashley Blakey. Made the catch, and the shot almost in one motion as she cut down the right side of the lane. And Ashley Blakey will go to the free throw line with no time on the clock. I think they may add a little bit of time. Let's see. The clock has zeros on it, but everybody is lined up on the lane. Now they put 3/10. To the line, shooting 2, Ashley Blakey of Bellmont. Her team is down 1. And short. Trying to make it a tie game after 3. Crowd on their feet, and Blakey's free throw, good. A 34-34 game. And that will be the end of our quarter as Roncalli inbounds it. What a game to decide the Class 3A championship here at Gainbridge. All tied up after 3 quarters of play. Roncalli 34, Bellmont 34. And our fourth quarter comes up next. This is high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. The fourth quarter is going to decide the Class 3A state championship. As we get set to begin our fourth quarter of play, we are all tied up 34-34 between the Roncalli Royals and the Bellmont Braves. Roncalli starts the quarter with the basketball. It is Roscoe giving it up to Leffler. Leffler starts the quarter with 20 points, drives and scoops it up on the right side drive to the basket. Didn't get the shot, but will shoot free throws with a chance to put Roncalli on top for the third time in the game. Leffler with 20 points. She's 5 for 8 at the free throw line. Eyes it, fires it, and the junior gets Roncalli a 1-point lead. Leffler averages 19 a game on the season. The 5'9 junior got the second. 36-34 Royals over the Braves. Now the full court pressure, and they'll inbound to Mary Blakey, who will dribble it herself into the front court. Throw on the wing to Ashley. Right back to Mary. Mary down low with the left hand. Just little shoulder rub with the right side to free some space and then bank it in from the left block. Mary Blakey ties the score. It's 36-36. Roncalli in the front court. On the dribble, Cerny. Outside, here goes Leffler. Leffler looking to play hero. Drives down to the block and plows right through the defender. Knocked down Mary Blakey. The shot no good. Here comes Bellmont. Bellmont's got numbers. And it's Ashley Blakey for three. Got it! (39-36) Belmont. 6:50 remains in the game. A drive. Roscoe to the basket. Lays it in. Good. 39-38. And Roncalli will take a timeout. Called by Jason Sims off the Roncalli bench. 30-second timeout. What a game we've got here in Class 3A. Go to your social media and make sure everyone knows that we've got this game available on radio and on the stream. 1380 The Fan. Also available at 100.9 FM. You also can find the stream of this game by going to 1380thefan.com or getting the 1380 The Fan app on your mobile device. 6:44 left. Belmont 39. Roncalli 38. And Belmont will face full court pressure. And this is one where Roncalli turns their back to the inbounder. They totally face guard, try to take away that inbound pass. They don't do it, and so Kitson is free to bring it into the front court. High post pass coming outside the arc to make the catch. Mary Blakey gives it back to Kitson. Kitson, top of the key. Flips to her right to Laney French. Back to Kitson between the circles. Dribbles left side. Outside to Krukeberg. Krukeberg down the right side of the lane. All the way to the basket. Missed it. Got it back and went up with the follow and got fouled. Ani Krukeberg is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair with a 1-point Belmont lead. 6:20 remaining. Krukeberg looks for her 10th point. Yeah, got it. A lot of rim, but a soft touch. It rolls in. 40-38, and one more free throw coming for Krukeberg. The right-hander puts it up. Got it. 41-38. Braves back up 3. Now the full court pressure. Roncalli breaks it easily. Front court Turk. And as she takes it down the right side of the lane, a touch foul called on Belmont. And the officials have called it pretty close here in the fourth quarter both ways. And that foul is going to be the third on Mary Blakey. The free throws coming for Reagan Turk, a 5'6" senior and a 55% free throw shooter. No good. Score remains 41-38. Turk looking for her third point and got it. 41-39. Inbound to Barton. Barton in the backcourt with the dribble on the left sideline, gets in the front court, then lost the ball, had to get it back, and then a reach-in foul. Barton's grabbed it with her back to the defender, facing the sideline, and Cerny just reached around and poked and caught the arm of Barton. So that's a foul on Cerny. Team fouls here in the fourth quarter, even 2 apiece, with 6 minutes remaining in this game to decide a Class 3A state champion. Blakey lobs it down low, got it to Mary Blakey over the top. She turns and lays it in. 43-39 with 5:50 remaining. Leffler, long three, back heel, no good. Long rebound, chased down by Belmont. Kitson has it. Here comes Kitson front court, drops it to the wing to Blakey. Cross court to Krukeberg. She fires, she misses the three to the left. Rebound tipped and it goes to Roncalli. Elliot Leffler brings it front court, and she's tripped up from behind by Krukeberg, who was trying to keep up with her. And that's the third foul of the quarter on Belmont. And the second on Krukeberg. And Loeffler gets up slowly. Well, they showed the replay, and you can hear the Bellmont fans' reaction. Might not have been any contact. I wasn't looking up at the video board. It's high above me sitting here near the court side. But you could tell from the reaction, Bellmont fans did not agree with whatever was shown on the big video board. So Roncalli with the ball, a 4-point game. Up top, Roscoe. High post to Staley. Back outside to Roscoe. Loeffler's trying to post up down low. There's a pass to the baseline. Cerny makes the catch in traffic. Now outside. And they'll throw across. It goes all the way through to Staley. Right block. And she'll turn and put it in. 43-41. 2-point game. Now numbers for Bellmont. Blakey outside. A three on the way for Kitson. Got it! (45-41). They put it as a 2. Looked like a 3. Now a drive. Roscoe to the basket. Missed it. A late whistle. And it's a foul called on Mary Blakey. It's going to be 2 free throws for a 78% free throw shooter. Katie Roscoe to the line. 4:27 to play. 45-41. Bellmont leads, and free throw number 1 is good. Nothing but net for the 5'2" senior. 45-42. Roscoe eyes it and fires it and got it. 45-43. We've got a 2-point game with 4:25 remaining. At the timeline, on the dribble, a bad pass by Kitson, but it's poked back out to midcourt. Now Kitson trapped, and Andy Heim has to take the timeout. Basically, that is what Andy Heim has used his timeouts for, is to save trap positions on the floor. And so a full timeout coming from the Bellmont bench. 4:12 remains in this one. A 2-point lead for the Bellmont Braves, 45-43 over the Roncalli Royals. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school basketball being presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Quarter at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in the Class 3A state championship game. Bellmont leads 45-43 over the number 1 team in the state, the Roncalli Royals. Both teams have saved some of the best shooting for the end. In the fourth quarter, Bellmont's 4 for 6 from the field, while Roncalli is 2 for 4. Bellmont has the ball out of the timeout with the 2-point edge. Mary Blakey outside the top of the key. Throws to her left to Ashley Blakey. Toward the corner, Krukeberg. Posting is Blakey. Outside Kitson, extra pass. French, a 3 on the way. Got it! Bottom of the cup for Lainey French. 48-43. Braves by 5. Front court on the dribble. It is Roscoe working against French. Hands on the right wing to Cerny. Cerny up top between the circles to Staley. Staley back to Cerny. Bellmont stays back and lets Cerny dribble at the logo midcourt. Now coming out to take the ball is Roscoe. Katie Roscoe on the dribble. Off a screen to the right. Looks low. Now looks to the wing. Backdoor pass to Cerny. It's deflected away and stolen. Here comes Kitson for Bellmont. In the backcourt to Ashley Blakey. Back to Kitson. Kitson back to Blakey and across the timeline. Blakey down the lane. Lost the handle. Throws offside to Kitson. Extra pass to French. Can't shoot it. Up top to Kitson. Kitson will take the dribble to the right. Andy Heim hollers to reset the offense and take your time. With 2:51 remaining. 48-43 Bellmont. Braves the ball. Kitson. Looks for help. Coming out and getting it is Ashley Blakey. Kitson up top to Blakey. Blakey near sideline, almost to midcourt. Now she's going to drive. Throw in the corner. A three for French. Missed it. And the rebound underneath to Staley of Roncalli. And a timeout, Roncalli. Comes with 2:22 remaining. Bellmont up by 5. Bellmont looking for their first ever state championship in their first ever state finals appearance. It's a full timeout. We will take a break. You're listening to the Class 3A state championship game presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. The Bellmont Braves lead it 48-43 over the number 1 team in the state, the Roncalli Royals, with 2:22 remaining. Bellmont has not played a senior. They have only one on the entire roster. And now Roncalli inbounds against full court pressure, and it's knocked away by Bellmont out of bounds. No time elapses till 2:22 on the clock. Roncalli looks to inbound it. They throw far side to Feldman. Feldman crosses the timeline against Laney French. Man-to-man defense. They go down low, and Staley with a turnaround from the block is too strong. And the rebound on the weak side taken by Ani Krukeberg of Bellmont. Krukeberg dribbles front court. They reach in, poke it away. Bumped into Krukeberg, and the Bellmont fans wanted a foul, but they will get the basketball. 2:03 left. We go under 2 minutes, and Bellmont with the ball up by 5. Mary Blakey outside the top of the key, just to the right, gives to Ashley. Ashley dumps it off on the roll to Blakey. Outside Krukeberg, extra pass to French. Can't shoot it. Back up top to Krukeberg. Now we're down to minute 44. Krukeberg is going to drive all the way down the lane, and as she goes up, she got stripped, and that's a foul call. Krukeberg will go to the line to shoot 2. Bellmont leads 48-43. Krukeberg, a 70% free throw shooter, buckets. 49-43. Bellmont, a 6-point lead. Krukeberg, a sophomore. The Blakey sisters, sophomores. Laney French, a junior. Second one is good for Krukeberg. Ice in the vein, she buries them both. Now Roncalli. Kick out to Roscoe, from Roscoe into the corner. Nothing there. Now to Roscoe on the wing. Katie Roscoe on the dribble. She'll drive. She'll scoop it up. No good. Battle for the rebound, and pulling it away is Ashley Blakey of Bellmont. And they quadruple team her in the backcourt. And Andy Heim jumps up to take a timeout just as a foul was going to be called in the backcourt against Roncalli. Bellmont faithful starting to feel it, leading by 7 with a minute 22 remaining. A timeout on the floor. It is a full timeout. We will take the break with Bellmont leading at 50-43 over Roncalli. You're listening to the Class 3A State Championship presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. With a minute 22 left to be played in the Class 3A State Championship game, Bellmont leads at 50-43 over Roncalli, and now Bellmont inbounds against full court pressure. Kitson trapped, trying to get out of the double team, and it's a tie-up, and the arrow points to Bellmont. Arrow will switch to Roncalli after this inbound. Bellmont leads it 50-43. Inbound comes to Blakey. Ashley Blakey quickly front court. Now drops it off for Kitson. Kitson on the perimeter to Ani Krukeberg. They'll double her near the timeline, and the ball bounces off her foot and goes out of bounds. Krukeberg in disbelief. She said it went off Roncalli, but there's no appeal that you can make in high school basketball. So this will go to Roncalli with 1:05 on the clock, and a timeout is called. Well, we will keep it here as Jason Sims for Roncalli takes the timeout with his team down by 7 and just over a minute left. Bellmont had an 11-point lead in the first half. That came after Roncalli scored the first 5 points of the game and took a 5-point advantage, 5-0. To this point in the basketball game, it is still the biggest lead that Roncalli has had all night. We've had 3 lead changes and 3 ties. Bellmont has been on the top side of the score throughout most of the contest. They have led almost 25 minutes of the 30 that has been played. 50-43. Bellmont leading it. Coming up after this game at around 8:15 to 8:30, and it's going to be really close to maybe even 8:45 before we get the tip of our 4A state championship. They'll be allowed about a 30-minute celebration after this one, and then a 20-minute warm-up before we start our 4A game. So at this point, it looks more like an 8:45 start for Norwell and Center Grove. Roncalli will inbound near midcourt. Officials waiting for the horn, and they finally get it, and so we're ready to go. It'll be Turk inbounding. Goes to Leffler. Leffler guarded by Krukeberg. Leffler, top of the key, gives it off. Now a pass on the wing to Turk, spinning, driving, and as she goes up for the shot, she got bumped, and that'll be a foul on Bellmont. And 2 free throws coming for Reagan Turk. 55% free throw shooter. Turk is 1 for 2 at the line in the ball game. Has 3 points. And the free throw is no good. Too strong. Still a 7-point Bellmont lead. And Roncalli's Reagan Turk, senior, will have one more. Got that one. Now that sets up the full court press, and they are overplaying everywhere. Bellmont's got to get it in. They do to Mary Blakey. Back to Krukeberg. Krukeberg lobs to the front court. It's Kitson. Kitson crosses the timeline. She's double teamed to Blakey. Blakey down low to Mary Blakey. Layup good. 52-44 with 40 seconds. Quickly the other way. A drive no good by Feldman. A putback is no good by Leffler. And Bellmont comes away with a rebound and a foul in the backcourt. Eight-point lead, 30.6 seconds. And the foul is going to be the 4th on Roncalli. So still out of bounds, but both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. And Leffler appears to be in pain. Leffler is still on the deck near the foul line of her offensive half court, and she's having her right knee looked at, appearing to be in a decent amount of pain as the training staff probes on her knee. She is up, but she is not able to put weight on that right knee. Leffler averaging about 19 points per game. And she is helped to the sideline with 30.6 seconds remaining. Bellmont up by 8. Inbounding the ball near midcourt. And now Roncalli without their top scorer. Leffler helped to the bench with 22 points. Now the inbound. It's inbounded to Mary Blakey. And she gets bumped in the backcourt by Carly Feldman, and that'll be a Roncalli foul that will put Mary Blakey to the free throw line. Balanced scoring for Bellmont. 13 from Ashley Blakey, 13 from Annie Krukeberg, 11 from French, and now Mary Blakey looks for her 11th point. Count it. (53-44) Bellmont with 28.4 seconds remaining, and she gets both free throws. 10-point lead. Bellmont looking for their first ever state championship. A runner missed. Put back by Feldman is good, and a quick timeout for Roncalli. The lead is 8, but the clock down to 20.6 seconds. You can hear the Bellmont faithful. They're enjoying this. They're ready to celebrate. We talked about that balanced scoring from Bellmont. Krukeberg and Ashley Blakey both have 13 points. Mary Blakey with 12. A double-double with 12 rebounds. And you've got Lainey French with 11 points. 4 in double figures. Kitson with a solid stat line. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. The bottom two levels, from the center court stripe all the way to behind the basket. Solid Bellmont fans. And they are cheering now. And they're getting some support from Norwell fans that have already arrived for the Class 4A state championship game, with Norwell taking on Center Grove coming up about an hour after we finish this one. So we await the teams to break the huddles. This is supposed to be a 30-second timeout, and I don't know if you've been keeping track, but it's well over 30 seconds at this point. Norwell will be taking a 25-4 record onto the court in the Class 4A state championship game against 28-0 Center Grove, ranked the number 2 team in the state. So Roncalli will set up full court pressure. Bellmont will line up in the football play. They will space out all in the baseline out of bounds. Nobody starts on the court. Now they take a sprint, and Blakey comes back, gets the ball, throws it to Kitson, and Kitson's fouled in the backcourt. 18.4 seconds. And it will be Kate Kitson going to the free throw line at the other end. 71% on the season. Kitson, a 5'7 junior. You've got Kitson and French that are juniors. Krukeberg, Blakey, and Blakey are sophomores. First free throw by Kitson is no good. 5 points in the game for Kate Kitson. That was her first free throw attempt. Now she'll try to give Bellmont a 9-point lead. It's up and good. 55-46, 6 points for Kitson. Roncalli into the front court. Pass out to the corner. Cerny, a 3. Side of the backboard, no good. Clock down to 9. Now top of the key triple by Roscoe. It hits the rim up high. Blakey a rebound with 3 seconds. With 2 seconds. 1. It's over. The Bellmont Braves have won the Class 3A state championship with a win over Roncalli. 55-46. The town of Decatur will not sleep tonight. The Bellmont Braves are your state champions in Class 3A. They finished the season 25-3, and they knock off the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A to get the job done here in Indianapolis. Tears being shed by a Roncalli team that has a number of seniors. And it's one thing that Bellmont doesn't have. These Braves could be right back here in Indianapolis next year. All 5 starters will return. 2 juniors, 3 sophomores. It's a young team that on paper you could say was a year away, but they got the job done in the present, and now they've got a chance next year to be right back here again. Bellmont, your Class 3A state champions. We will take a break, and we're going to come back and wrap this one up when we return. You're listening to the Class 3A state championship game, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. What a night for Decatur, for the Northeast 8, for the Bellmont Braves fan base, not only in Northeast Indiana, but throughout the entire country. And what a great night for the 2-6-0 as the Bellmont Braves defeat Roncalli 55-46 to claim the Class 3A state championship. Bellmont 25-3, a memorable season that will live on. And what is remarkable is that the Bellmont Braves have 1 senior on the entire roster, and that senior just won the Mental Attitude Award in Class 3A. Bree Converse, 5'7" senior, averaged 1 point per game this year. We never saw her on the court in this state championship game, but talk about a night that is a dream night for Bellmont. Their 1 senior wins an award exclusively for seniors, and Bree Converse is the Mental Attitude Award winner. Well, Belmont's a winner, 55-46. The balanced scoring leading the Braves. They got 13 points from Ashley Blakey, who was only 3 for 11 from the field and 2 for 6 from distance, but 5 of 8 at the free throw line, added 6 rebounds and 7 assists to her 13 points. 13 points for Annie Krukeberg. She was 4 for 10 from the field, only 1 for 5 from behind the three-point line, but she hit a big one in that second half. 13 points and 4 rebounds, including 3 offensive rebounds for Annie Krukeberg. 12 points for Mary Blakey. 4 for 13 from the field, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Had a double-double with 12 points and 12 rebounds, including 5 offensive rebounds, even a couple of assists for Bellmont. 11 points for Lainey French. Couple of threes in the second half that gave Bellmont the lead when Roncalli had rallied from a double-digit first-half deficit to take an advantage in the second half. But then French hit a couple of triples that kept Roncalli at bay. French finished 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 6 behind the arc, and had 11 points. So 4 players in double figures, plus 6 points from the 5th starter, Kate Kitson, who was 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and split a pair of free throws. 4 rebounds for Kitson, along with 3 assists. For the game, Bellmont connected on 35%, while Roncalli also hit 35%. Bellmont was 17 of 48, and Roncalli was 15 of 43. Behind the three-point line, Bellmont 7 of 20 for 35%, while Roncalli was 4 for 12 for 33%. 22 points was the game high scorer, and that came from Roncalli's Elliott Leffler. 6 for 14 from the field, 3 for 5 from behind the three-point arc, and 7 for 10 at the free throw line. Leffler finished with 22 points and 6 rebounds and left the game with 30 seconds left with some type of a left knee injury or right knee injury, and hopefully she'll be okay. Nobody else in double figures for Roncalli, who finishes up their season with a 27-4 ranking.
Number 24, Elliot Leffler.
Well, a special night, and Leffler is getting help.
And number 25,
with players under each arm helping assist her out to the medal ceremony. Still not able to put any weight on that right leg.
Derek Kramer.
Well, it's been an exciting 3A state championship game, and I think we will have more drama coming up in 4A when the Norwell Lady Knights take on the undefeated Center Grove Trojans, number 2 in the state and number 6 in the state, to decide our Class 4A state championship. Norwell trying to do something that's never been done. Win a state title in 3A and then come back after the bump up due to success factor and win the following year in Class 4A. We've got that game coming up. Tip time should be around 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes from now. Times are approximate, but clearly it's not going to start on time at 8:15 because they're still passing out the medals, and they've still got to pass them out to Bellmont, and the Braves are going to have to cut down nets, and those nets will be replaced before our Class 4A teams can even take the court to warm up. So we are close to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away from coming back for our Class 4A state championship, but do not miss it. Norwell Center Grove coming up next. Congratulations to the Bellmont Braves, your Class 3A state champion, with a 55-46 win over the Roncalli Royals. For Adam Lundy back in the studio, I am Brett Rump. Thank you so much for joining us for our state championship coverage live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.